Hey everybody, it's Rolling the Real with Complete Trader Academy again with another daily review. Today is December 20th, 2022, Tuesday. Let's jump right into it here. So today we did have a interesting day. Price came out. This is the candle here. Price came down. Yesterday at Asia decided to sink the price down, take out that previous low, and it reached this major liquidity low right here, and then rallied up for the rest of the day pretty much. Let's go right into a smaller time frame, and here we go. So price opened up here, gapped, came up, playing around a little bit, saturation, and then sure enough, I think it was like what was this, 10 o'clock at night, and then it just sank all the way down, took out that low. Look how it touched. Look how it touched that major low. So you know that it was seeking that. Now generally we would have expected that to happen during, the day, or at least at London, but Asia decided to come and grab it. And then right before, I guess you could say London. But so once that took out that low and that low, then you're looking for the upside, because just the time has spent already on the lower part of the range. Now we do have money sitting up here as we were discussing, and money up here, and then we have that daily imbalance of price sitting right there in between those purple lines. So price opened up, came up, rebalanced obviously that gap, but the gap is important because, as you'll see when you backtest gaps, they will be revisited by price from the algorithm. So as you see here, price started going up, rebalancing all this, came up and took out that high of here. Anyone who was selling, price came down. Then we were looking at New York open here, so I took a loss right here. When this candle wick went underneath these lows and took it, and I assumed that it was like getting into this imbalance, and then I was assuming that it was going to start shooting up. That's what I was hoping for. Well, it came against me, and it wasn't that serious, but it wasn't a big loss either. It was not that serious, but price ended up coming back down. Now the time is 9:45. And I don't like the way it's looking. Like, the way it was looking was just very suspect. But I was going to be a buyer as soon as it tapped into this zone here, which I should, and I was going to do it, but I was like, you know what? Let's wait for a bigger displacement. That's what you guys want to wait for. You want to wait for price to, a big displacement in price, meaning it's obviously a big move, and it's like, hello, look at me. This is different than normal, right? So this would have been that displacement as well. But when it came in and it tapped, I was like, oh my God, that's a perfect spot. It's a point away. But I just wasn't quick enough. I was actually looking at something else, and then I missed it. So what did it do? Price went all the way up, came all the way back down into this block, which is how I look for order flow. And it is touching that gap. Even if you put a fib here, you will see that it touched that 79 beautifully, right? So that's all your confirmation that you needed to buy. Was in the buy, and was obviously going to take it here, because I know they're running for it. To take a look, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. You can see it's coming up. And then we have news tomorrow. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock we have sentiment, consumer sentiment, and what was it here? I believe we have, so CAD has news tomorrow at 8:30. So we'll see markets move because of that, and then 10 o'clock is US. So what happened yesterday? People were like, what happened yesterday? Why did Japan move like that? Well, it's because they had news. They had news at whenever time they had it. So, and they're generally on the evening side. So that's the reason why the price moved down like that, because this is not normal. You'll never, maybe like 5 times in a year you'll see something like this. So before even midnight comes, yeah. So barely you'll see that. But anyways, yeah. So you took the buys here. You saw that there was structure being built. So when this happened, this was an easy buy too. I just missed it, but because I was still kind of recovering from this stupid loss, but it was not that big of a deal. But anyways, higher low, and you should just be taking it up. Now I'm not saying it's going to keep going up, but at the same time, I am saying it. Only because I mean, you know, with the sentiment of the news tomorrow, I'm pretty sure that's how they're going to use that to get into here. And that's just my opinion. And now if they decide to just, if this holds as resistance, right, which I mean, okay, so let's put it this way. It could sink from here. So please, when I'm telling you guys about ideas, this is not financial advice. I don't want you to be over there like, oh my God, he told me this and I lost and I can't believe it. I'm unsubscribing. Screw him. You know, I don't know how people think, to be honest. Well, I know how they think, but I don't know what you're thinking right now. But in general, you have to take it with a grain of salt, and you have to look at Asia and London. I mean, because right now I'm doing this video and Asia and London hasn't happened yet. So you have to be aware of that. Other than that, we do have a lot of unbalanced price here. Now, the problem is, though, is this zone that we're looking at with this empty imbalance could be, they love to let wait. They love to let price go and not balance price. So we could be never even visiting this, and it could just sink. I meant to say this all past week. Last week, I even meant to say that, you know, once we get these bearish candles, it doesn't have to go up. But in a perfect world, when I speak, I'm generally speaking in a perfect world, right? So, yeah, that's why you saw price just kind of inching its way down. But I knew it would kind of inch its way down here. But now that it did that, big reaction. So obviously the news tomorrow, I'm pretty sure it's going to wipe out that high, get into here, and then sink. But like I said, here doesn't have to. If you look at previous, look at this, imbalance of price, and you know, this could be that moment where we don't balance the price and we just wait for it to come back, even next year. You know, come back here, come down here, come back up to here, and then that will rebalance price in months from now. So you have to keep in mind that that's a possibility. This is like a dangling carrot that never gets touched, right? All right, so I hope this helps. Take care. God bless.